All of these different types of debt began with you filling out a promissory note, a contract. When this is submitted to the bank, and after an approval process, you receive that money by signing this contract. And the bank tells you quite dishonestly that you owe them a debt for that amount of money, and gives you permission to amortize the payment of that loan over a set amount of time, usually 30 years for a mortgage. But they also charge you interest for this convenient service. That means that by the end of those 30 years you'll probably have paid double if not triple what the actual loan amount was at the signing of the original contract, promissory note. But there is one thing that the bank is not telling you. One very, very big piece of the puzzle. Are you ready? According to the Federal Reserve banks, and printed in their banking rulebooks, money is created when a person, you, signs a contract, promissory note, with a bank. Let me explain. Last year I remember hearing about a campaign to protect people from foreclosure by these banks and mortgage companies called, "Show Me the Note." At the time, I did not understand the significance of this simple but effective and protective statement. Now I do. Show me the note is quite a valid request. It simply means that you are requesting the original contract, promissory note, that was signed by yourself and the foreclosing bank when the money was created and given to you to buy your home. But you see, the bank cannot ever produce this note. And here's why. The bank sells your note, promissory note or deed, to the Federal Reserve the minute you sign it, and the Fed then gives that bank the amount that it then loans to you. Therefore, the bank is at a balance of $0 at the point of inception and payment for your loan. Remember, this is how money is created, according to the Federal Reserve banking rules and regulations. The problem that these banks have is that they no longer hold the note, title, to your home, because they have already sold it at face value to the Federal Reserve. And in order for a creditor, the bank, to make a claim against the debtor, you, they must in a court of law, show proof of their claim to collect your supposed debt to them. However, the only proof of their claim for the foreclosure of your home is in fact that original note, promise to pay, promissory note, that you signed, which created the money that enabled the bank to give you that loan in the first place, money out of thin air. Remember, money is created only when you or I sign a contract to get credit. It is the very fact that all of this information is not disclosed to us that makes this contract null and void. Full disclosure must accompany any contract lest it be invalid and unlawful. Your loan contract was sold to the Federal Reserve, a private corporate central bank, by the bank or mortgage company with whom you signed your contract. It's gone, vanished, paid off. The Federal Reserve then bundles those deeds, contracts, and sells them as securities and bonds, to countries like China, Russia, and whoever else will buy them. So in essence, China may already own the title to your home, or at least it thinks it does. And this is why the bank has no lawful grounds to foreclose on you. They do not hold a lawful lien on your home. You owe nothing to anybody. You created that money legally through the bank and Federal Reserve by accessing your trust account assigned to you by the United States when they took your freedom and liberty and put your wealth and property at risk starting on the day you were born, birthed. The principal and interest you pay to the bank is pure profit for the next 30 years, because you signed a contract saying that you would pay that amount with your home and land as collateral. But for a contract to be lawful, there must be full disclosure of these little facts. Since this was obviously not disclosed to you, all of these mortgage and other contracts are null and void. The bank has no contract, no proof of claim against your debt, and no rights to force you to pay them anything. If this sounds like a cop-out from paying your bills, remember that the bank never risked anything, and they never gave you a penny of their own money. You did a favor to the banking system by creating new money. You created commerce. Nothing more. And you are entitled to this money, worthless paper used for commerce, as an indentured citizen of the United States who is used as collateral and assigned this value at birth. And remember, due to the fractional reserve banking system created by the Federal Reserve, the Fed creates 40 times the amount of your loan for its use, again making money out of thin air.